HMRC announced drastic closures of its helplines this week, encouraging taxpayers to instead use their online services. But wait, within 24 hours they have already scrapped the idea. My name is Jack Revis and welcome to this week's episode of Tax Tidbits, where HMRC announced plans to close the self-assessment helpline permanently between April and September, following last year's trial, which, if I remember rightly, didn't go too well with any of HMRC's customers. They also wanted to close the VAT helpline for all but 5 days of each month ahead of the deadline for filing VAT returns. Lastly, although they did not announce any closures on the PAYE helpline, they did say that they would no longer accept phone calls in relation to refunds. This move was announced on Tuesday and faced huge backlash from customers, tax advisors, and stakeholders amid concerns of increased tax errors caused by inadequate support. Well, thankfully, HMRC have listened to this feedback and have cancelled the proposed changes within 24 hours, meaning that no amendments will be made to their phone lines at this time. Good old HMRC. We've seen many large companies struggle with tech issues in the last week, from McDonald's unable to take orders, Sainsbury's unable to take card payments and online orders, and yesterday Greggs being unable to accept card payments. It does make you start to wonder, why is all this happening at once, and are they connected? Well, it was reported that the issue at McDonald's was due to a global technology system outage during a configuration change. Sainsbury's said their outage was due to an overnight software update, and we have yet to hear what was the cause for Greggs' outage. The companies have denied any cybersecurity breaches, and all instances have caused customers to be turned away from the stores, and in Sainsbury's case, many click and collect orders and deliveries were unable to be fulfilled, leaving some customers without easy access to food. So do you think it's all connected, or is it all a very strange coincidence? On Budget Day, the government published its consultation on raising the standards of the tax advice market. This is a discussion hosted by the government which aims to regulate tax practitioners, as currently anyone can set up and operate as a tax advisor with minimal supervision or management. This is something that some customers are unaware of, which of course raises concerns about incompetence and unprofessionalism within the industry. In the discussion, it highlights 3 possible approaches to strengthen the framework: mandatory membership of a recognised professional body, joint industry enforcement of HMRC, and additional regulation by a separate statutory government body. None of these suggestions will be enforced yet, as the aim of the consultation is for the government to receive feedback from the public and people in the industry, with the findings expected to shape the future decisions on the subject. Please don't worry about this affecting us or your services, as we are regulated by the AAT. However, if you are unsure if your accountant or tax advisor is regulated, it may be worth checking their credentials for your peace of mind. Ted Baker is the latest high street chain facing administration amongst the slew of closures currently facing our town centres. The brand has approximately 46 stores across the UK and employs 975 workers, though there have not been any talk of redundancies yet. The stores will remain open for now, as the brand is hosting discussions with several potential buyers. The cause of administration has been summed up to a significant level of arrears in relation to a European partnership with firm ARC, which runs Ted Baker's shops and online business in Europe. It was announced yesterday that inflation fell to 3.4% in February, a steep drop from 4% in January. The fastest slowdown in price rises occurred in restaurants alongside the cost of food and non-alcoholic drinks. This figure is still shy of the 2% target, but is certainly a lot closer compared to the 10.4% rate we experienced this time last year. This figure comes ahead of the latest interest rate decision, which is set to be released today. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Tax Tidbits. I hope you have found this video both informative and insightful. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates on tax news and tips, and we will see you back here next Thursday.